It's mad hot in here, but I turned the fan off so I could film. We'll see how long this lasts. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new, welcome. If you're new, my name's Jasmine, and today I'm actually here to talk about panties, 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 panties. So tune in. Oh, by the way, I'm an oversharer. I'm an oversharer, so like I really don't use a lot of like masking words. I'm gonna just be honest, and that's just gonna be what it is. So hopefully you're good. This is very much an overshare video. So if you're still here, I decided to invest in Thinx underwear. Thinx. If you've never heard of Thinx underwear, it is a period panty basically that you wear. So like if you wear pads, the pad is built into the panty, so you don't replace the pad, you just wear the panty once and wash it. So the point of Thinx, and I'm paraphrasing obviously, is to be mindful of like waste and really reducing waste. I've been so much more invested and interested in eco-friendly habits and developing good habits and being mindful, trying to lean a little bit more towards a little bit of a minimalistic lifestyle as far as my mindset. I'm not there with the stuff yet, we're getting there, but really just trying to reduce my waste because I know like one day I'm gonna have kids and I want them to live and exist in a world that isn't trash because I didn't take care of it when I had the opportunity to. So with that being said, I decided, I can't remember actually how I got put on to Thinx underwear. Either somebody told me or I saw an ad. After watching the ad, I just was more curious, like, what? A panty that has a pad in it? What? And for me, I have never been much of a tampon user because I never felt like they stayed in. I could always feel them every time I would sit down, and it made me super uncomfortable, super self-conscious. Like Tampax Sport, what? I don't even know, because walking up and down the steps to me was a sport, and them tampons were not serving me well at all, okay? So then I even explored, again, so sick of just creating waste and like always like having to like throw pads away and just having so much trash, it stings. Like I just hate all of that. So that's what led me to think of other options. I've even tried menstrual cups and they didn't seat correctly. So I would just find myself feeling them, feeling uncomfortable. I recently learned actually that I have fibroids, which I'll talk about in a different video, which has contributed to why I haven't been able to find comfort in these other types of methods. So it's always left me with having to use pads for my period. And because I have a heavy flow, I have these big pads. So like I'm used to just wearing pads when I'm on my cycle anyways, just because that's the only thing. I've always just landed back on that. So Thinx came along. I think they've been around for a few years, but for me it was kind of like, well, I already wear pads all the time anyway. Let me just try it out and really be mindful and try to reduce my waste. So I bought 5 pair. I bought the Thinx Hip Hugger. So okay, let me just give you a disclaimer. I use the wrong soap when I hand wash these. So do not judge me. It's the soap. It's not, I know how to wash clothes. I know how to do all of that. But anyways, this is the Hip Hugger. And this one is more of like a lighter, like the lining is a little bit lighter. And so this is like on your lighter cycle. Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and be honest. I am not one of those people that buys multiple sizes of pads, because in my mind I'm like, why? I just buy the supers and I'll just get like the like long lasting ones, and just not the super thick ones, but like the always like flexible ones. And I would just wear those my whole period, and that would just be that, because I just was like, every time I feel like every cycle is different. It's just like, so buying these different sizes was interesting to me, which I'll get into here in a couple minutes, because I did just get off my period not too long ago, so I can explain my experience too. Anywho, another pair that I got was another Hip Hugger. I got it in beige here. So just like really pretty fabric. Like I was like, okay, y'all fancy out here, y'all trying to make period panties cute, look at y'all. And the feeling of it kind of gives the vibe of like a swimsuit, but it's not as like swimsuity, if you will. It's like a little less swimsuity, but swimsuit. I don't know. That's what I have for y'all. And then I got 3 pair of the high waist. So I got dusk, color, and I got 2 black colors. So I just have 2, 1, 2. So I got 5 pair total, just to give myself some wiggle room to really understand what this was even finna look like. So again, getting away from pads, trying to reduce my waist, trying to just think of like economically friendly ways to manage your girl, because she coming whether we want her to come or not, girl. She said what's up, period. And if she not coming, well, God bless, because she large and in charge when she shows up around me. But anyways, so for my first the first day, I put on the black ones. I put on the black hip hugger ones. I wore them, so I think on the website it only said it's like good for like a few hours, which again, I'm used to like wearing like pads and stuff that I can use. Like I'll change maybe once or twice like throughout the day. So the thought of only having this on for a couple of hours kind of left me like, yikes. So when I'm done with it, I'm gonna have to take it off and completely change my underwear. But since we're home right now, I decided that it would be a really good time to test it out. So I had it on for a couple of hours, and even like trying to understand, because again, this is a black material. I'm trying to understand, okay, is this leaking through? Is this not? Like, what does this look like? For me, I would kind of just like, again, this is just me. Like if you're here to watch the video, I'm just open. So I would kind of like not feel around, but really just kind of feel around. So feel around. Is it wet here? Is it not wet here? Is that just warm because it's warm, or is it warm because I bled through? Like what's the deal? So I kept it on, I want to say 2 or 3 hours on day 1, and I didn't notice like in my pants or like my bottoms that I had on that there was any leakage or anything. And that was one thing that I really appreciated, was even if I did, because again, can't say for sure, but even if I did leak through, it didn't leak through to my other clothes. It didn't stink. Like, oh, I hate the way that pads smell. I hate the way that everything smells when you start your period. It's so gross. It's so just like just so, I'm nauseous, right? And it really, really masks the smell really, really well, which is what I could appreciate. So after keeping it on for a few hours, I was home all day that day. I took it off, and I immediately soaked it in water. I always, especially on my period, always soak my underwear in hot water. So I soaked my period in hot water. I rinsed them out in the sink, put them in hot water with, the first time, because I wore them twice. The first time I just used like laundry detergent, soaked them in a bucket, and then just left them and let them sit for a little while. The second time I used a different kind of soap that clearly disrespected my whole panty. Like, anyways, we won't stay here. And another cool fact about these is that they have like a breathable material. So I don't know if you can see like the breathability, how you can see my hand through. Very, very comfortable, very breathable, didn't cut me off, and it really hugged around like my legs. So I felt like, okay, I'm covered. It's not just, oh, I have on these panties and that's really just kind of what it is. It was more of like, okay, yeah, they're secured around my legs in the event of like an issue. And the liner actually runs up, like, again, this is me. Like it runs from here it's all the way down. So again, to give you some wiggle room there so that you can kind of move around. So that was day 1. Took them off, I think. Yes, after I took them off, I put these on. So these are a little bit heavier. You probably could get another 3 to 4 hours. Like this is a little bit more of like a light, like maybe like a regular pad, if you will. On the website, it literally breaks down everything. All of the sites, so I apologize that I'm not representing them great. Kept these on for a little bit. And again, felt really good about it. I didn't leak through. So again, obviously you can see like, this is not black. So I kept these on for a few hours, and I think I just, again, in my own head, I was like, all right, well, it's been a few hours. Let me go ahead and shake them off. But like, no, I didn't experience any leakage or anything to that nature. So that was really, really good for me, really exciting. And I did find the fabric. So it's 89% nylon, 11% elastane. The body, oh, it's 89% nylon, 11% elastane. And then we're not gonna talk about the gusset because I mean the top, I guess this is called gusset. Oh, so I kept them on for a while. Again, a little bit of a thicker feel, but again, the lining, like this whole part here is like padding. So that was really reassuring to me. It's helped me feel comfortable in that regard. So the first day I just wore the 2. the black one and then the beige one. Again, home all day, didn't have any accidents or incidents or anything, so felt pretty comfortable then. So at night I put on one of the like supers. So this is like super thick, like this bad boy is a little thicker than a snicker. Okay, so this one is a little thick. It's got the mesh like on the side, but again I was like, y'all mad cute out here. Y'all cute. Ooh, but I really appreciated, again, that breathability. It felt really good. It felt really secure. I didn't have any leaks. I slept in it all night, which I normally, just about every period, tries it. She tries it. Flo tries it. She tries to pop out and say what's up, and it's annoying. So I have leaks. I have a really, really heavy cycle. So it only lasts for about like 4 to 5 days, but one day is like super heavy and one night's just super heavy where I wake up and just go, all right, we gonna have an incident, we gonna have something going on. Stressful, but I've just kind of gotten used to it. So didn't leak or anything like that. I even woke up like, all right, bro, what's up? Bounced up out of my gray sheets like, what it do, what's finna happen? And honestly, I didn't have any leaks or anything. I took them off first thing though, because I still was nervous. I rinsed them immediately, soaked them in my other two, because again, as soon as I took these bad boys off, the first two, the lighter pairs, I take them off, soak them, rinse them, soak them again, and then air dry them, because I know that they're very, very sensitive. And I even have one of my friends who's tried these a few years back, I guess. She washed hers and I think they got messed up or something, which I knew like, nah, these will have to be hand washed, and it just is what it is. So again, if you wear Diva cups, you rock, you know, you gotta take it out and do all of that stuff. If you wear tampons, you still gotta pull it out. Like, so even I was talking to my mom about it, and she was like,
it's so interesting because you don't even like to touch your own dirty underwear.
Facts. But for whatever reason, for this, it was like, well, I'm being eco-friendly. Let me just rinse it out first and then put the soap on it, and then we'll go from there. So we'll see. But it actually wasn't really hard to clean. So that wasn't bad. So then the next day, I actually had to leave. So I put the lighter pair back on, and I was rushing because I had to leave, and then I was gonna be gone like for 6 or 7 hours. And I was like, listen, I'm already rushing. I'm trying to finish up at work, and then I have to get to where I'm going. And so I don't want to be where I'm going, trying to think through everything. Like that was just another thing I didn't want to worry about. So I just put on a regular pair of underwear and one of the pads, again, stick to what you know. And I went to church, and oddly enough, I actually had more issues with that than I did with my Thinx, but I'm still adjusting, I'm still learning. We've only been through one cycle of this thing. So then once I got back, grabbed my other pair, put these on, went to sleep, no accidents, comfortable, because your period's already uncomfortable enough. So like having panties that add insult to injury really is just like, what? So now we are on day 3. Yes, now we're on day 3. I'm still just wearing the heavier ones, so I'm alternating between the black ones and my other pair and then my beige pair. So the beige pair is a little bit of a lighter, so this is like a regular super, if you will. Again, look on the website and at me, because I'm sure that I'm wrong. And then this is like an overnight super jumbo situation here. So I just alternated between the high-waisted ones and then continued to soak them and stuff. Again, it didn't really bother me. I was just glad that it didn't stink. I have like nothing smelled, I didn't leak through anything. Even if I like had like, you know, I didn't leak it to the extent of like, oh my gosh, just like on the back of my pants. It was more of just like maybe around like the edges or something, like on the internal of the lining. But even so, that wasn't terrible. Like it was just, and like I would get like a paper towel and go, okay, wait, like is this all the way through or is it not? Like I don't know, because I was still trying to adjust and get used to it and understand what was going on. So I think all in all, I'm really, really pleased. I think the only thing that I would say is, because you can only wear them once, it's really like it'd be in your best interest to like maybe get like 1 or 2 and then just like kind of transition. So to me, this first cycle was me transitioning. So I think I wore like 3 pads total, whereas like on a regular cycle, way more than that, to where I'm like emptying the trash can and stuff. But I will say, that having this as an option really made me happy, like not having to manage the smell, knowing that I was covered in that regard. Again, for me, it forces me to understand like what works for me is to just get supers and wear supers the whole time. My cycle only lasts like 4 days, and then I might spot one day after that and then we move on. But I really actually appreciated this. Like I really appreciate having this as an option, and I will probably buy maybe like 2 or 3 more pair, but probably just the heavier ones, because when you take them out, you soak them, like that's a process. And so you don't throw them in the washer. At least I didn't. When I throw them in the washer, I soaked them and let that process happen, and then letting them air dry takes time. So in the meantime, like intermittently between wearing them, I'm like, okay, well, I'll just, fall back to a regular pad like I normally have. So that's the only thing that I would say about these. Other than that, I really am pleased. Really like them. So I got 5 pair. I think I spent, oh, there's also instructions that I didn't read, but read them if you're interested. I might read them now. Oh, and all Thinx products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Cool. Which I'm pleased. I think I invested. So these are in the 30s range, between $30 and $40 per pair. But again, these are like pads within, like you can reuse them, so it's an investment, but like you get to recycle them, if you will. I know recycle makes some people go, what? It's not as bad. Like they wash really well, they clean very easily. And so again, trying to get away from trying to get away from what I was doing before, it really proved to be beneficial to me and make the most sense to me. And I think I got 5 pair, I would say, and they had like a discount or something. I probably spent like $187 total, which again, you spent how much money on underwear? Yeah, but I'm washing them and re-wearing them, so I won't have to keep buying pads. Pads are like what, $10 a thing? $10 a pack? And then y'all are out here buying multiple sizes every month? So to me, I'm curious to see how long these will last before I have to buy another pair. And so I might do another video. Let me know in the comments. I might do another video if and or when I have to buy or replace a pair, and see how long it lasts, and then we can get a good gauge of what that process looks like. So yeah, I hope I covered everything. I kind of went off the top of the dome, which if you know me, that's not always the greatest idea, but I really wanted to get this out to you guys. I've had so much great feedback as far as like, can you do a video? Absolutely, a review. And let me know like what other types of things you think might be beneficial for me to review. If you have any other questions or anything that I missed, let me know down in the comments. I will link out to the Thinx website, and even the kinds that I got, I'll link all that down below for you. But again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, why not? Like, you don't even have to explain yourself. Just go ahead and click it. Go ahead and click the subscribe button. Go ahead and click the bell notification so you get a notification every time I post a new video. Because I mean, guys. So with that being said, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Share the video. Love you guys. I'll talk to you guys next week. All right.